We have a new leader as the Budweiser Shootout on Fox is sponsored by Craftsman Tools, the official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears. By Toyota, moving forward. By Budweiser, reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. And by Subway Restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. 37 laps complete. Tony Stewart took the lead from Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the high side. Jr. went upstairs. He's taken it back.
Check out that outside line. Hendrick. Big Daddy, number 24. He's worked his way into the mix.
Yeah, those are backup cars. They had to tune on them a little bit, and apparently they fixed them.
Kurt Busch, the two-car on pit road here, unscheduled pit stop with 32 laps to go.
I wasn't real worried about that 24 and that 48, to tell you the truth, in that 20-lap segment. I felt like they were just kind of feeling their cars out, that we would find out in this segment if they were any good or not.
20-lap test session, 50-lap race.
Boy, Reed Sorensen in that 41 car. He just squeezed up behind Casey Mears in the 5.
Johnson to the bottom. Let's see if Mears in the 5 will let Jimmy in upstairs. Not enough room. Not going to happen.
I'll tell you, a guy that's just driving his heart out is that Caterpillar car, though, that 22. He is home right there with whoever's in the lead.
Opening push to 24.
Who else has fought their way back? You see him making that move to the middle right there. Michael Waltrip in the 55 car. Remember, he restarted this segment back in 21st after missing his pit box.
And this is out of Michael's Toyota.
Well, that's a good thing about having that brake. If you got a little issue, and particularly with this car, you can make a little adjustment, and man, it makes a big difference. Little adjustments make big difference on this car.
Kurt Busch had a tire rub. Had to have the fender pulled away from the tire. He is back in the race. But look at this, still 2 by 2 by 2. Nobody can get away. Very little changes except right in the middle of the mix.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I thought we'd see these guys get single file kind of spread out a little bit, but so far these cars are sticking together better, almost like Talladega, or well, exactly like Talladega.
Can they do this for 200 laps next Sunday?
I don't know if they can or not. I don't know if I can or not.
We have got 17 cars in less than a second. You know what I can't wait for? How about the dual 150s on speed on Thursday when you're going to have the field split up trying to make the Daytona 500?
But just think about next Sunday. I mean, this is just half the field. We're going to have this many more cars out there, and that's going to be even that much more exciting. And boy, here's Jeff Gordon looking to the outside here, Junior coming off turn 4.
3 of the 4 horsemen of Hendrick.
Side by side your mirror now. 20 got back inside the 24.
Lined up on the outside. Tony Stewart pounding the pavement on the inside in the number 20.
And right now,
run here. Watch your mirror.
Looks like a battle of Chevrolets versus Toyotas. You do have Reed Sorensen, though, in that 41 car that's in a Dodge right there in the mix.
Well, I think what we're seeing, Larry, is what we saw all year last year in this new car. The Hendrick cars just seem to handle a little bit better than the others, and they've got a lot of horsepower. And I'll tell you,
41 laps complete.
if you want to see the heavy hitters, they're all right at the front.
You see Jeff Gordon in that 24 car, a backup car, had some ignition problems. They fixed it. And remember, this is a car that was basically a third backup car that's almost a short track car. He won Darlington with it last year.
I don't think that hurts you a bit in the race.
Absolutely not.
I think it's a good car to have for racing.
Now let's see if Stewart on the inside can get some help from Blaney as those 2 Camrys battle the 3 Impalas in the outside lane.
Well, this is a test of teammates here, because you look at Dale Jr. running behind his teammate Jeff Gordon, got another teammate right on his back bumper, and they are working very well together, and Jr. wants to lead back now.
And he found a hole at the bottom, and he jumped down to it.
Man, I tell you what, though, that thing took off up the hill when he did. He carried her down into 3, and he never burped her. You got to love this about those guys. I mean, Junior, can you imagine what it would mean to him to win out the first time out in this car? How much, and there's a lot of pressure on him to do it. I mean, it's not like he's out there on a Sunday drive.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Budweiser Shootout of 2003, but going into tonight, since '03, he'd only led 2 laps in this race. the following 4 years.
But I've said
2 laps total.
All winter long, what a difference a year has made. He comes in here, he doesn't have to worry about what he's doing for the future. He doesn't have to worry about battling with Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. All he's worried about and focused on is driving that 88 car, and he has shown that all during winter testing.
Stewart now with Sorensen as his wingman. Reed Sorensen in his first ever Bud Shootout.
One thing I'm starting to see, though, these things are starting to slide just a little bit more every time they exit one of these off of turn 2 and off of turn 4. They're getting a little bit more slide in them.
Well, we're almost 25 laps into this second segment now. Next time by, be 25 laps to go.
And Junior is taking that thing right up to the top because he can't stand. He can't come off on the bottom, I don't think, with the car sliding the way it is.
No, Darrell, he's up there in the old Richard Petty groove. Richard would run this track just about a foot off the wall all the way around, and I once asked him, why do you do that? He says, well, if something goes wrong, it doesn't hurt so bad when you get to that outside wall if you keep it real close to you.
Don't have very far to go.
Right.
Well, the King won this race 7 times, so I tell you, taking advice from him wouldn't be too bad.
And you know, we're talking about these cars sliding around. Remember, Jeff Gordon elected to make a pit stop when the caution came out on lap 24, went back racing on lap 27. So he definitely has a little fresher tires than a lot of these guys he's racing with.
45 laps complete, 25 to go. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has led 33 of those laps. He's out front. Last year's runner-up in the Budweiser Shootout, David Gilliland, becomes the second Ford driver to pop a right front tire and hit the wall. This time it happened in turn 4. Watch for Greg Biffle, Martin Truex, and Casey Kane to be involved.
Inside's covered.
Right in the middle of turn 4, car just goes straight. Just nowhere for Martin Truex Jr. in the 1 or Greg Biffle in the 16 to go.
Bud car gets a little damage too as it was going by.
You're riding with Casey Kane.
Bam. Yep. Good job of saving it on Casey's
Keep
part.
coming. You got it. Good save. Good save. Caution's going to be out. Caution's out.
And you better believe with about 20 laps to go, pit road's going to be very, very busy, Dick Berggren.
Indeed, Mark Martin has the first pit on pit road. He is coming in now. His crew chief, Tony Gibson, has told him he's doing a great job. Indeed, he is. He pits out of the 6th position. Matt.
Dale Jr. said his car handling very well, and he told his cousin Tony Eury Jr., you can go for 2 tires if you want. He says, nope, we're going for 4. Krista?
Greg Zipadelli guiding Tony Stewart into pit road. The car is very loose, real loose here, Bud. It was exactly what Tony Stewart said, 4 tires and a chassis adjustment.
Well, Krista, Casey Mears says he's feeling pretty racy in that 5 car. His car is just a little bit tight. They made an air pressure adjustment to the left rear tire.
And he gets out 3rd, Steve.
I tell you what, though, that 88 crew was on it, buddy.
They were definitely on it. I think everyone, for the most part, other than maybe Kenny Schrader in the 49 car, went for 4 tires.
3rd caution flag of the night. This one for David Gilliland.